On the news tonight, 2024 Armed Forces Remembrance Day, Governor Umaino donates 125 million naira for welfare of widows of fallen heroes and legionaries. Governor Umaino launches Arise initiative for Akwa Ibom State elders. Plus, Akwa Ibom State government expresses readiness to partner Nigerian Sovereign Investment Authority in 4 key areas. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. My name is Joy Ubani with the details of the headlines and other stories. Note that this broadcast is reaching you live on Star Times, Channel 103, and on our social media handles, Facebook and YouTube. Please do well to like and follow our page. And now to the news. Akwa Ibom State Governor Umaino has donated 125 million naira for the welfare of widows of fallen heroes and legionaries in the state. Kevin Samuel reports that this gesture was during the 2024 Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration in the state.
15th January every year is set aside as Armed Forces Remembrance Day. This is to honor and appreciate the selfless contributions of men of the armed forces to ensure the peace and sustained unity of the nation.
In fact, so many of my colleagues have passed away, but God keep us alive. I'm also thank our government, thank the federal government of Nigeria that we have tried, for regularly giving us our wages.
Then they left us behind. Because we fought the civil war and we end the civil war, we go to Fasian and fight, present Nigeria as old. But they don't even remember us in this terrible time.
We are suffering a lot. We don't exactly know where we are heading to with our children. Most of us has no houses to live. We are suffering a lot.
Governor Moeno commends effort of the Nigerian Armed Forces for keeping all parts of the country safe while prioritizing the welfare of ex-servicemen and the people they left behind.
These heroes and heroines paid the ultimate sacrifice for causes greater than themselves. While we salute their bravery and gallantry, let us remind ourselves that the issues that led them to the various theaters of conflict, which ultimately led them to pay the supreme price, will be neutered or better managed in our time.
High Point, where traditional gun salute, laying of wreaths and blowing of the last post. In Yo, Kevin Samuel, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the welfare of widows of the fallen heroes and members of the Nigerian Legion in Itu local government area of Akwa Ibom State has received a boost. This is as the transition chairman of Itu Local Government Council, Edete Monuk, announced a financial package at the grand finale of this year's Armed Forces Remembrance Day. The reports.
Acknowledging the contributions of ex-servicemen who dedicated their lives to the defense and security of the nation, the transition chairman for Itu Local Government, Edete Monuk, called for improved welfare of widows of ex-servicemen, especially those who have paid the supreme price in the line of duty.
Every year we also make financial support for them to see how they can also help them grow their own individual businesses. We decided to also extend a special offer and support to the widowers. We also had to extend a gesture to the Legion, as it were, by making a further donation of 200,000 and making a total donation of 500,000 for them.
Itu Area Council Chairman of the Legion, Achibong Enyang, says showing love to the living veterans, the widows and the families of the fallen heroes is a laudable gesture that should be encouraged.
This magnanimous gesture of government has transcended to the local government level of it too. That has positively risen to the occasion of welfare to the veterans and the widows, and indeed the families of fallen colleagues.
Highlights of the event include the inspection of Guard of Honor and the laying of wreath by the transition chairman, the police, the Paramalula of Itu, and the chairman Nigerian Legion. Itu chapter, blowing of the last post, 21 gun salute, as well as the launching of the emblem by guests. Etienne Ibanga, NTA News.
Governor Umeno has launched a social welfare program tagged Arise Initiative for the Elderly in the state. Kevin Samuel reports that this is in line with the Renewed Hope Initiative powered by the wife of the President, Oluremi Tinubu.
Which is to commence implementation immediately, the governor says is in support of the lofty ideals of the Renewed Hope Initiative of the wife of President Bola Tinubu, who recently disbursed 100,000 naira each to 250 selected elders of Akwa Ibom State.
You be kind enough to acknowledge that this program started, I've seen with the First Lady of Nigeria. She laid the foundation, and I believe it was a seed. We in this state must continue. When I see any good program anywhere, I will bring it. When you go to a place, stop looking for faults. You will find plenty. Find the thing that will encourage you. And for me, I've made up my mind to continue to work with the federal government leadership under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
The initiative, which is to be administered by the Office of the Wife of the Governor through Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Welfare and Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, will disburse the sum of 50,000 naira each to 500 selected elders across the state. In Uyo, Kevin Samuel, NTA News.
Watching NTA News at 7, we will pause, and when we return, more news comes your way. Please stay tuned.
Passenger, one passenger. Big auntie, come enter this bus.
Ha! Oga conductor, this kind of na serious matter. You suppose go hospital.
Hospital care.
Haba, doctors don talk am say different types of cough dey. Some na dry cough, but this your own na wet cough e be.
Big auntie, na God go bless you. I don tire for this my conductor and him cough wey no gree go. E fit even be tuberculosis.
Conductor, go check am o, make you dey sure, because who no go no.
Check that cough for tuberculosis.
Check am o, make you dey sure. If cough don worry you past 2 weeks, e fit be tuberculosis o. TB test and treatment na free. Just call the National TB Hotline for 3340 or dial *3340# to get better informate. This message na from the Federal Ministry of Health with support from the American people dem.
Welcome to Prisma International Hotels, located at number 5 Efangosanga Street, Afagafort, Overback Road, Uyu. When it comes to hospitality industry, nothing compares with comfort, exquisite services, and top-of-the-world security. These are what make Prisma Hotels a household name. At Prisma Hotels, you are assured of lavishly furnished, spacious rooms and suites with complimentary breakfast, top-class Blue Sea swimming pool, VIP and poolside bars, as well as restaurant where African and continental dishes are served at pocket-friendly rates. These are not all. There is high-speed internet service, closed circuit television, spacious car park, 24-hour power and water supply, sparkle laundry and dry cleaning services, and above all, combat-ready security operatives. So whenever you are in Uyo or you are a resident in Uyo, capital city of Akwa Ibom State, make Prisma Hotels number 5 Efangosanga Street, Afagafort, Overback Road, Uyo, your choice, and you will cherish the experience. For bookings and inquiries, please call 081-3166-6660 or 0915-509-9989. Prisma International Hotels, hospitality par excellence.
Oga Paul, na another cough medicine you wan buy so why you no go do the test wey I say make you go do?
Oga, make you go check this your cough. The last time I get this kind of cough when no gree go. Now madam here tell me say make I go do test. When all the cough syrup where they drink no gree work, then come do me free test. And it can show say I get tuberculosis. The medicine when they give me all na free. Now see I don't well campaign.
Na true Callisto stop. Go check am o. Make you dey sure because who no go, no go no.
Check that cough for tuberculosis.
Check am o, make you dey sure.
If cough don't worry you past 2 weeks, if it be tuberculosis, TB test and treatment, na free. Just call the National TB Hotline for 3340 or dial *3340# to get better information. This message now from the Federal Ministry of Health with support from the American people them.
Are you searching for a home sweet home where dreams come true and you are never alone? In the world of property wide and vast, God's Covenant Multi-Concepts Nigeria Limited is your guide to find what will last. Whether you are looking for a cozy nest or a sprawling mansion, we have a home for every story. Buying, selling, or renting anew, we are here to make it easy for you. God's Covenant Multi-Concepts Nigeria Limited has the real estate experts bringing you home. Trust, integrity, and service prime, making your property dreams truly shine. Call us today and let's turn your dream into an address. Contact us at BJ Elavic Plaza, number 19 Udobud Street, off Oron and Waiba Roads, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Telephone 0915 314 3937 and 0701 107 1114. Website www.godscovenantlimited.com. God's Covenant Multi-Concepts Nigeria Limited, dependable and trusted name in landed property business.
Welcome back. Good to know you are still there. And let's take you through our rest of our reports. Akwa Ibom State Governor Meno has expressed readiness to partner with the Nigeria Sovereign Investment Authority and the OCP African in 4 key areas. The governor made this known during a meeting with representatives of the company at the Government House.
The areas of interest according to the visiting theme includes ammonia production and ammonia phosphate plants, enhancing productivity of the coconut refinery and the greenhouses in the state.
To progress with the projects without waiting the gas, otherwise we will not start the projects. The second is to show to the others that we are committed to do the projects, and this phase 1 will be mainly the equity. Small part will be debt, but mainly it will be 60% or 70% equity. That means it's the sponsor that will invest on the first phase.
We had a package for Akwa Ibom youths. We know a job, a hand that is idle. That is what the devil uses as the workshop. So, and the package we had is that we should be able to take some of the youths in Akwa Ibom out of idleness and engage them in very productive farming.
I believe that across the entire value chain, there's a lot of value that can be brought to the state and all communities involved through job creation, but also in terms of revenue generation as well. Our objective really is to work with the state in operationalizing that asset, developing it further to actually allow us produce more than just the oil that it's currently built to do, but also enhance and upskill the communities with regards to operating these types of assets.
Governor Eno assures the theme that his administration is ever ready to partner experts in different areas that will further the development of the state. He notes that while government should not be directly into business, it is the responsibility of government to provide enabling environment for businesses to thrive.
We're ready, and I'm a hands-on person. Unfortunately, I believe that Mr. Caleb, Doc, and his team we've done this before. So if God gives me the privilege now to be on the driver's seat, I like to say that I'll do everything I can, everything, absolutely. And we have a good team here, that we can just set up a small team, put on the templates they want them to achieve, set deadlines, and come back to you. So we know where there are issues, we can tackle them and get things done.
The governor immediately set up a team on the government side with the Commissioner for Agriculture, Managing Director of Akwa Ibom Investment Corporation, and others who are to work with the visiting team to facilitate the process of the deal. From the government house, Uyo, Kelvin Samuel, NTA News.
Now, the danger associated with poor exposure to hazard of unsafe retail and handling of liquidized petroleum gas, popularly called cooking gas, may be an accident waiting to happen with adverse consequences. Marianne George Jitubo in this special report takes a look at the real and present dangers lurking around society's gas usage.
When you ask some people the best cooking appliance, they will go for gas cooker. But how equipped are they with safety tips that will guide them while cooking to avoid unnecessary hazard? At the peak of this concern is the rising wave of cooking gas explosion across the country due to poor handling and indiscriminate construction of LPG plants, especially in residential areas. The menace has claimed several lives, leading to the untimely deaths of adults and minors. Also not spared is the loss of properties and many business ventures, with one of the recent being the Kubwa market gas explosion in Abuja. But in the midst of this danger, an expert in the LPG value chain says there are precautions that could be taken by all those involved in the handling of cooking gas in a bid to reduce the rampant cases of gas explosion to the barest minimum. One of such measures is to avoid the use of substandard cylinders.
Many of our cylinders in this country are very old. When gas cylinders malfunction, it's usually because the gauge, the valve that is supposed to regulate the flow of the gas is damaged. So when you have a highly flammable thing like propane, which is actually what makes up the majority of the LPG, and it leaks, all it takes is an ignition of some kind to create some kind of an explosion.
Meanwhile, this end user begs to differ, as she maintains that unless stiffer measures are enforced, the problem is far from being over.
The way I use my gas, because I know it's actually dangerous, so I don't go close, I don't use my phone close to my gas whenever I'm cooking, and I don't shake it because I know it's very dangerous, it can explode.
When you're owning the gas, you shouldn't on it first before owning, like you should on your matches first before owning the gas, because if the gas is coming out and you on your matches, it might explode.
This gas now, I don't know how to use it. But sometimes if I carry it, I want to use it, maybe I will be shaking it to check whether the gas is still inside or not.
Say gas and to make oil is no good. I will be checking when the temperature is hot. We check it, go pour on water so that the temperature will come down.
Apart from bad cylinders and poor transportation that cause the explosions, for instance, wrongly transporting gas cylinders in vehicle boots instead of the back seat with windows half open, findings reveal that another risk factor in the LPG world is the sitting of gas plants or gas refill outlets in unauthorized places, especially in residential areas. Many people find it convenient to convey the product on motorbikes under scorching heat and exposure to petrol, which constitutes a very major environmental health hazard. Mariam George, Jitubo, NTA News.
And that report wraps up our English segment for tonight. Next is our news translation. Please stay tuned.
Akwa Ibom se paso mo no million naira ikie ke dirap meru beri ngam bone ko ma ke ku utem ndete yoke usen mbone ko ai wuru Akwa Ibom se ru mo no abere ndo tom ngam anom bun usong ekoto Arise Initiative ukara Akwa Ibom serebo kimi be ngire meridiana ke Nigerian Sovereign Investment Authority nam nubege Akwa Ibom me komo anyang mi adu wemedi mo Samson yai kom membok nyan sini no mufo ken nubre yomi adai wuru kara Akwa Ibom ser pasto moino ano mebekpa amebe mo ekerogo mbun ekong jembun ekong si maki kwe uto million naira ikieke dierap mission erikama ngam ideme mo ami ekero kerinam usen editoyo mbun ekong ke state ami swa 2024 yai kombogomi mfon yogo usen efat ka pa fyong kwaiswa adu usen ekesiyogenam eno editoyo mbun ekong ame aserogo erikpuno mo nyonko mo kemme ifak ame mo esegesen kerinam obyongutemo mo yemmembun ame kekpara kusong erinam obyongutemo mo keriben emem yeridiana ke ndi irut nyan adai woru kara Akwa Ibom State pasto moino kemmi ko mo ama tangabo ko yu karimo eya kaiso eridiana ke yembone kong korombun nka ukpememfen kerikanbo kirut nyan ye steremi eniemem enyong ekpeme uwem ye inie mbonogwo anyeke chang miko me kerinam edito yo mbonekong ekoto Armed Forces Remembrance Day amiswa 2024 akpanpo ekenam mado akeru erino ukpono kutobikang koro erinam mbokpong ntempo editi no mbonekong si maikipong uwememi kusong erinam ubyong utemommo uwemedi mo Samson mboganam no eriongo ebo keritape ndaga ungam ame mebekpa ame mebe mo ekerogo mbon ekong ekekpa kakisang utum koro mbon ekong ema ekekwenge utum kenkoko kara itu ame ekerari tiena ngante ti woro pokoro kenkoko kara itu etetemanuk akeno ommo eno ungam kerinam eritoyo mbon ekong eriongo kente Armed Forces Remembrance Day amiswa 2024 kenkoko kara itu yaikombogomi yogo keri ranket me utem waidem mbun kaukpeme kirut nyan keri nombuno wo oyokukpeme nyong wanangkan kemme ekong ati wuro pokoro kenkoko kara itu etetemanuk akurobo kufon aba erirepe ndaga yufuro koro unwam mmebekpa ame mmebe mo ekerogo mbone kong koro mbone ma ke kwen utum kemmi ko mo kikpege ame itu Legion achibong enyang ama tiangabu keri wot mbone kong ami ima koro mmebekpa yendito mbone kong ame item mo ma ke kpa adu ta kambam po anaga nde frewu enam enyong eno nkaiso akpan po ekenam makeri namadu akeru irisanga nse ndaga ukpono ekenoro yerinam mkpoiriti ame eketogo ati woro pokoro kenkok ukara itu yeborisi obong ikpa isong kokokara itu koro ati woro pokoro nkambone ko ema ke kwengutem ekoto Nigerian Legion kenkok ukara itu koro utebikang ye mention sio mpomfen adai wuru kara Akwa Ibom State Pastor Moino aberu fando tem unwam enom bonusong yikpo wo ke state ami ekoto Arise Initiative Mboganam no eriyong ebo kendo tamami asang akubunong po angwan adai wuru kara irutnyan ekoto the Renewed Hope Initiative yaikum mbogami mfon. Are na mami adogo erito nganye kusop adai wuru kara Akwa Ibom State amabo kerina mami ado erino angwan adai wuru kara irutnyan iberedem kendo tam oyu kara Bola Tinubu ekoto the Renewed Hope Initiative amekere meke 1,000 naira ikie kere enongo me mbun usong eyoko ibat ikie ibaye abameruop ekesata esioka Akwa Ibom State arina mami adogo ufok utum angwana dai wuru kara state ami ebisem po ibanga ketogo a ministry esegam po ibanga ndutam yuforo iban ke state ami ye ministry esegam po ibanga ndutam nkoko kara ye uyara nyanya membong ke state ami eya edeme 1,000 naira aba yeduo enongo mi kpogo yembonusong owo ikie ition ketogo afat nkok ukara state ami esata esio Akwa Ibom ntembok nyan ken lubre yomi atrero nyang medu wemedi mo Samson esosonga kang bangtong asiere